Hello folks, welcome back to the reloading room. That's just a real quick dirty video on the Mighty Armory Blue Magnum decapping die. I've had some trouble with some primer drawback, particularly on military brass and my Hornady lock and load when I'm doing the trimming and sizing that I do. This decapping die has a spring-loaded pin in it, and what it does is it flicks the primer off as soon as it ejects the primer from the case, it flicks it off the end of the pin. Now what it consists of is a die body, a pin, a spring, and a cap. It comes, the Blue Magnum comes with 3 of the heavy duty .075 decapping pins, and I also purchased separately a .57 decapping pin for the odd Lapua brass and things like I get into some of that rarely, but I do. So the way this thing works and what's great about it is it'll do anything 380, 25 ACP, all the way up to the largest 338 Lapua Magnum is as big as I have, but it'll decap anything you want to throw at it, I think. So the way this thing works, you install one of these decapping pins, and they have flats on them here on this pin. So we're going to install this thing. Now you want to tighten that down with little wrench flats on it there. Tighten it down a little better than I did there. Then you install that into the die, install the spring and the cap. Now you want to draw this down. If you tighten it the whole way, it's going to sort of lock that pin up. So you tighten it up and then back it off maybe a half a turn, so there's a little play in that. Now it's going to self-center every time, but what happens is that gives you the spring-loaded action, and when that thing decaps your brass, it'll flick the primer off the end. Now they include a little wrench for their die nut. It's a nice little die nut, but I use the Dillon nuts and Hornady lock and load, so I'm going to just go ahead and convert that over now. So this is going to be a little more how I'm going to run it. Now I'll set this in my press and get the die height set. You want to screw that down to the shell plate and then back it off just a little. So just real quick here, you run that in station 1. I've got some dirty brass in there just off the range. We just came in from shooting, so I got some dirty brass in there. It's 223 military crimp stuff. This is how I set it up. Now normally I'm just going to show you how this flicker feature works here, but normally I would have my trimming device set up in here and I would be doing everything in a single motion. It would be decapping full length size and then trimming over here in station 4. But just listen to the decapping on this decapping die, or not. You hear that little flick? That is flinging the primer off the end of the decapping pin, so that you know every time it's going to be clear and it's not going to lock your press up. I think I'm going to really like this device. There you have it. Mighty Armory Primer Flicker Blue Magnum decapping die. I think it's going to be a good one. Thanks for watching.